Okay, so let me. Okay, so I'm going to create. We have some a static member, right? So I have discussed this. So let me. This is your a static member int a. Sorry, a static int a equal to 10. Okay, this is the static variable, and we have a static block. This is our static block, and this is your, just I'm writing sb. Okay, and now we have a static void m1. This is our static void m1, and this is your m1. Okay, and we are inside this main, inside main. Okay, understood, right? So now here, if I will compile this code, what will happen? If I will compile this code, then what will happen? Okay, so we have a something like we have to remember, we have some rules that is called execution flow. Okay, you can see we have a static variable. This is your a static variable, and this is called your a static block. This is called your static method, and this is your main method. These are the static member. Okay, so before main method, it will execute a static variable and a static block. Okay, main method must be required. If main, it will compiler or JVM will check main method, sorry, JVM, runtime. Main method is there or not. Before main method, two member will execute. Before main method, member two member will execute here. Okay, so here it will execute a static variable. First it will execute a static variable, then a static block. It depends. Okay, again we having the one rules. This will execute in which order you are creating. If you will create a static block first, then a static block execute first. If you will create a static variable first, then a static variable will execute. Okay, then it will execute your main method. So this will then after that it will execute your main method. But here, when you will call this method, if you will call this method here, then this block will execute. You will get this output, then it will execute this statement, print statement, because method will execute from top to bottom, right? So again I'm going to repeat, this is called a static control flow. The rules for the static control flow, and we having the question, uh, before main method any member will execute or not? Yes, before main method it will execute a static variable and a static block. Again here we have a one more rules, in which order you are declaring this static variable or a static block. When you will define a static block first, then a static block will execute, then a static variable will execute, then control will come in your main method. So if this method, simple static method will execute, where are you calling? If you are call here, you are not giving any print statement, then it will not display on your console, but main method will execute, right? If you will call m1 here, then m1 will execute, right? If you will call m1 here, then m1 will execute after this print statement. So let me execute this code. I think Damanjit, you are joining with two things, like you are using mobile or laptop both.
Yes, yes, Mohit, I'm using the both. Sometimes I have to do some work on the laptop, so I use
Okay,
mobile phone. Yes.
okay, okay. Actually, I've seen 2 times, so that's why I asked you. No
Yes,
problem.
yes. Okay.
No problem at all. So let me compile this code. Okay, so here I'm going to compile this code, and when I will execute, you can see here a static block executed, then main method, right? So this one is executed, but we are not performing any action. Then how to prove that it will execute? So I will do one more thing. Let me create one method. I'll create here one method. I will take this method as a integer type, because I have to store this method. And you here I'm just writing for understanding purpose a static variable and returning something 10. Okay, and this value I will store here. Just I'm going to prove this. Before main method, two member will execute, and this method I am calling after this print statement. So this is your static, we can call directly. So can you guess what the output will come now? Just guess it. Okay, if you are doing the wrong answer, it's fine, no problem. So it will have a SB M1 inside this main method. In which order the output will come?
First, the static block will get executed. Line number 10.
Okay, okay, got it. Mhm.
Um, After that, it will go to main method.
Okay, just I'm going to repeat one more time the rules. This is your how I'm considering this is complete a static variable. This is your static block, and this is your a static method, and this is our main method. Okay, this is our I will consider the all. Okay, so rules is going to tell. Okay, this is a static variable and a static block in which order you are defining. If you are defining the static variable first, then a static variable will execute, then a static block will execute. So here this is I define first, right? This will execute, then a static block. These two member will execute before main method. Got it, right? I will not tell execute main method must be required. After checking the main method, it will check this a static variable or a static block is there or not, right? So this is your static variable is there first, then SB will will get the output, then you will get SB. Then again the main method, it depend upon where are you calling this M1, sorry, static method. So you are calling this M1 here. So before here what it will execute inside this main. Okay, I'm just writing main. Got it, right? Then I am calling M1, then this M1 will execute. Anyone having any doubt here?
Yeah, I have one doubt. So you said that static variable and static block will get executed before main method. So
Mhm.
that explains line number 3 and line number 10, 11, 12. But why that static int M2 method will
This
why
is
will it get
okay. See,
this
if
is
you
a
will,
method
yeah, yeah. So
of
I'm going to tell you the just, and that's why in the first I have written int a equal to 10. That is not visible, right? Just it is executed. Okay, that's
Mhm.
why I have created one method, and this method I store in this variable. Understood, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
when
Mhm.
line number 3 will execute, so it will execute this block, then this will get this output SB. The simple, if you are defining the method, it is not visible. That's why I have defined this method here. Got it right?
Okay,
And
understood.
here
Yeah, yeah,
you should not call this method because it is executing by using the variable concept. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so let me compile this code. Okay. Okay, let me compile this code. Okay. What happened? Able to compile, able to execute. You can see we have a static variable, a static block inside this main method m1. Simple, just we have some members. Understand? You know, some members are there. These are the members of the static member. Okay, so we having the some priority, right? We have to give the some priority of while doing the execution, right? Here some of the persons are VIP person, right? So VIP person will enter first. Simply you can understand, right? At the runtime, this VIP person, this is your variable and a block is your VIP person. So either this is your PM or your president, right? This guy having the some order. If the president PM will come first, then PM will execute. Okay, PM will having the first, he came first when the president will come. So this person having the same like that same order, right? After that, these are the might be the different person, like ministers are there, right? So think like that. Okay, so same thing we are applying with the Java. Main method must be required. So here, what is the rules for a static member, execution flow of the static member? Here we have a static variable and here we have a static block. So here two member will always execute first before before main method. Okay, so again, this is these are the VIP person. In which order they will come? They will come, if PM will come first, then PM will execute, then president will come, then president. Then after that, the minister and all will execute, right? So same thing you can hear. So here M2, M1 is our simple static method. So rules is going to tell that main method will execute. Okay, inside this while output, you have to check where are you calling m1. If m1 will call here, then control will go inside this main, then m1 will execute first, it will print, right? If you will then after that this statement will print, right? But I call this m1 here, so this statement will print first, then this will print. Understood, right? So same thing going to happen here. Hope it is get some clarity, but it's all about of your practice. If you're learning first time, definitely you will not understand 100%. I don't know how much practice I did when I was learning. Okay, I don't have that rough copy, but if I have, I can send you. I don't have. I was in the Bangalore, I think I left everything over there. Okay, so now you guys can tell what the output will come now. I'm pasting this code in the chat also, so it will get more visibility and you guys can type the output here. You can take the time, understand, and just type the output. Response it. Okay, if you will do mistake, then only you can learn. Okay, so mistakes, if you will do the mistake, then you can learn more thing. Okay, type in one shot, guys, so it will be a mix up. Okay, so static block. Okay, guys, so I'm just going to tell you the output. Here Devansi, you can see I call m1 here, right? So this statement will print first, right? Then it will print inside this main method. Understood, right? So if I will compile this code, let me compile. Oh, you 1 second, guys. Sometime my system, you can see. Okay. Still you have a doubt? The output, this output is coming. We can go, we can add multiple, line of the code here.
Because Mohit,
Mhm.
this thing M1 here given in the main method. That's why it's calling first or what?
Yes, yes. That's why it's calling first. Right. So M1 method, where are you calling, in which order it will display? That's all. Okay. But the control will go inside this main only, right?
Okay.
Got it, right? So this thing we have to take care where you are calling this. Okay. Okay. This is very simple example. We can go for another example as well. The class level member which have a static keyword in definition is called a static member. So we have a static variable, a static block, and a static method and main method. So here again, just I have given some overview when, where, and how, and by whom memory location is provided by the static. So we have already discussed this all the thing. When class is loaded into the JVM, only JVM will provide the memory and all. Okay, you guys just read once. Okay, so no worries, we have already discussed what is the life of a static. Obviously the static variable will get a static variable or a static member. Okay, as soon as when classes, when you are saving the class into in your system and you have a JVM, until unless you have a JVM or your JVM will shut down. So this is the life of, or a scope of this static. A static block is a class level block. You can see all the block we are defining inside this class level, right? In the class, inside this class block, we are not defining any block inside this method or inside this other block, right? So that's why static block is a class level block that contains a static keyword in its creation. It is used. Why we are using this static block? Some of the logics are there which is execute before the main, or it will execute only one times. Okay, so in this type of the logic you will not get this all the things in Selenium. Frequently we are using very basics things inside the Selenium where you will develop the code, but this all the things they will ask you in the interview. Okay, so the interviewer, they are looking for now SDET profile. They are not caring about of your automation test engineer, we having the basics required for the in our Selenium. No, they are looking for the complete knowledge. Okay, so everything is important for your interview perspective. Do not skip any topic. Okay, so definitely, I have attended the many interview. As per the my failure and my success, I have designed this syllabus where the people are going to lack it. Okay, so it is also used for initializing the static variable. You can initialize this static variable also. Here actually what happened, no, here I have shown you by default compiler is adding this import statement. Some of the implementation is there where the members are static. So explicitly you have to use a static keyword in your import state, while doing the importing the members. Okay, so that's why the import, this static you can use for the import in the implementation, or you can see this scenario in the very rare chance. First we will learn some another library and you will see that. Okay, it's the normal statement. So static, so these are already we have discussed. Okay, so I have to teach one more thing here before going for next example. So we are using here some. Okay, so here just I'm going to create a super class. I'm just creating one method, a static void m1 something simple method. I'm going to create it. Okay, here I'm going to create, this is your m1, and now I'm just going to create class, subclass, extend superclass. Okay, this is our superclass, and now I'm going to add. Okay, need to close this. So here, this is your M2. Okay, and this is your M2. Okay, and now I'm just going to save this class. I will come on that. Okay. So in Java, we have a one concept called inheritance concept. Okay, we can explore these things in the up concept, but here we are using. We will use this this inheritance concept in our second example. So that's why I'm going to tell you, because few of the people are very beginner in the Java, so they won't we understand directly what I'm going to speak. So what happened in real time? We having the multiple classes. Okay, here you can see we have a multiple classes and all, right? But execution will start from, if we will execute only one class will execute, right? But no, I want how you can see it's very difficult, right? It's very difficult to handle this all the things, and we cannot execute this class in at a time, right? So what happens, some of the common requirements are there. So let me show you here only. Some of the common requirements are there. So in the all the test cases, we have to launch the browser and we have to validate the title, text and all, right? So we can keep in the one class and one methods are there, but the test runner class is the different class, right? So how to access the another class? Again, we having the different scenario. So here the same scenario we have a super class. Okay, I have to close this class here only, and we have a subclass. Okay, and you can see I have saved this subclass. I am not using this. Okay, I save this subclass, I am not using this, and simply I am calling here m1, I am calling here m2. Now if I will compile, then what will happen? Superclass will execute or subclass will execute, or we will get compile time error. Any guess what will happen if I will compile this code? Okay, so let me compile. You can see a compiler is going to tell you cannot find the symbol. Okay, so let me show you what is the use of inheritance. I'm going to tell you. Okay, so we should not learn this booky things. We have to learn the concept wise, so you can implement those things in your project. Okay, so execution will start from the main method. It will check the compiler. You can see here when you have saved here what subclass, this class only you have saved it, right? So what happened, this control will go inside this class and it will check m1 is not there. M1 is not there, then it will show cannot find the symbol, right? How to go, how to access the another super class? Then we can, sorry guys, oh, 1 second, M2. Then we are providing here relationship
Friends.
between the one class to another class. I will show you the another example also. Then compiler is not able to reach in this class before, right? So when you will call this m1, it will check m1 is there or not. It is not there, then it will check any inheritance is there or not. Extend keyword is extending or not. Yes, then control will go your super class. We having the many a story for going for super class to subclass. We can explore just here. You can understand this is the inheritance concept. We are providing the relationship and we are using the extend keyword. So what will happen? We can access the superclass member as well. Okay, so we will come on that. Okay, so we will compile now, then both method will execute. You can see. Okay, M1 and M2. Okay, so now here, so a static control flow, an instant control flow with in inheritance. Okay, so we have shown you one example for the inheritance, how this will work. So let me, this is the example what I have shown you. So this code, okay, we can relate with our theory as well. So no worries, we can relate with our theories. Okay, so I think we are able to explain this code. You can say I'm going to save this subclass. Simple, whatever the code I have executed, and this one bit having the difference, I will show you the difference. Okay, so you can see, just we have to stick with the Java rules, Java concept. Okay, when JVM identifies, so first identification, so I have missed this. When subclass is loaded, you have saved the subclass is loaded, then JVM identify a static variable, a static block, a static method, main method from superclass to subclass in the order they have defined top to bottom. Okay, in which order you have defined, right? It execute a static variable, a static block from superclass to subclass in the order they are defined. Just remember this point. It execute a static variable, a static block from where? Superclass to subclass. In which order you have defined a static variable and a static block. Then finally it will execute main method from current loaded subclass. If it does not contain the main method, it will search till now the object class. If still not there, so main method must be required, and JVM execute call a static method. Okay, so same thing, but here we have some point here. First it will execute superclass in the order, your static variable. Here you guys can see, one second, I don't want to, okay, confuse this. Okay, this method I have created here. Okay, you can create method anywhere in your class block. Okay, so don't worry about that. You can see here, so here just I am defining the simple variable. Again we have a static block, and then here we are printing this statement and calling this. So let me execute and let me show the output. You can see here. So first superclass, okay, in which order you have defined? Superclass SB executed, subclass SB executed, then main method, then M1. If you will add here, let me show you the second example so you will get more clarity. One second, one second. Okay, so let me show you. That's why I have shown you some simple example to understand this. So in the interview, sometime they will ask you this, they will give you the code and they will ask you, can you tell me the output? Okay, so if your concept is clear, you can give the answer for any one, right? Okay, so here you can see some same superclass, a static variable, then a static block, then this simple, simple method, a static method. Here I'm going to do one more thing, guys. I'm just adding here. Here I am adding this subclass also. I am adding static, and just I have to change the method name M3. This is your M3, and here I am adding the sample static variable. Okay, so I have added one more here in the subclass also, the same static variable and a static block, sample SB, sample static variable call, main method, then this one. Okay, so here what the output will come. So let me execute. Okay, first I call S2. Okay, so let me execute this. Okay, when I will show you the output, you will get more clarity. Okay, you can see. Example is your superclass. So superclass static variable executed, then sample static block executed, then subclass static, and then sample, then main method, then M2. Got it, right? If you will change the order, right? So If you will change like a static block, you are defining first, then a static block will execute, but this order will same. Okay, the superclass will execute, then subclass execute, then main method in your call. So same thing here I have written. If you have go for this, it execute a static variable, a static block from superclass to subclass in which order you are defining. I stick with this only rules. Okay, anyone having any doubt here? I'm changing this order, and I am changing this order also. Now the what the output will come. Simple, a static block will execute first. Okay, so this is the in which order you are defining. You can see here superclass, a static block, then again superclass, a static variable, then subclass, a static block, and this. Okay, just you can do the practice. If you have any doubt, we can see tomorrow. Okay, I'll share this code. If you are learning first time, definitely the confusion will come. Okay, but just do the practice. Doubts you can ask. Okay, okay guys, see you tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you.